Welcome to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. Right now, I'm sitting in a very echoey hallway with one of the members of Cloud Nothings. I've got Dylan. I would like you, first of all, to reassure me that everything's going to be okay and that there's not going to be any background noise as we do this interview.
It'll be all right.
Do you give it your 100% guarantee?
No, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
All right. Before we started rolling tape, you were eating a banana, and you told me that you had a lot of things to get done today. What are two other things on your to-do list before the Vancouver show?
Well, I have to call my girlfriend.
Calling the girlfriend's important. Here's someone running up the stairs.
Yeah, there he is.
When talking about your record, Here and Nowhere Else, one music critic said, now more than ever, Cloud Nothings are a band that will inspire guitarists to play along with their records. Back in the day, who did you play along to, Dylan?
I liked Led Zeppelin and like Jimi Hendrix, classic rock. That was back in the day.
How about you tell me about someone you played along with that might be a little unexpected?
Man, I don't know. Unexpected. I liked everything I played guitar to when I was a kid was pretty expected, I think. Yeah.
You lied to me, Dylan. This is awful. That music is louder than our voices.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I didn't realize it'd be that loud. We can finish. We can move.
What?
We could move.
I can't even hear you.
Oh, we can move.
It starts right now. There's the way I was before, but I can't recall how I was those days anymore. I'm learning how to be here and nowhere else. How to focus on what I can do myself. I'm not telling you all I'm going through. I'm not telling you all I'm going through. Not telling you all I'm going through.
back to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard I'm Not Part of Me. That's by the Cloud Nothings off their record Here and Nowhere Else. I'm standing in an alleyway with Dylan from the band. Dylan, how does this alley smell to you?
It kind of smells like a lot of places around where I grew up in Cleveland. It smells a lot like Cleveland, sort of like old, like Subway sandwiches and like curry ketchup.
I smell some urine.
Yeah, a lot of piss. Yeah.
We're in the downtown east side, outside the Rickshaw. And a car just drove by. This is the most packed alley ever. Is that your tour manager?
No, tour manager was the guy that walked upstairs.
I've read lots of interviews where you're talking about the danger of overthinking. So I'd love you to tell me a little bit about the danger of overthinking and what it can do to Cloud Nothing's music.
Okay. Danger is a strong word. But, where do you think that came from?
Right now, in case you didn't hear that, somebody threw a canister of, I don't know, gum or something over one of the roofs in this alley.
Huh.
This interview is officially under attack.
Yeah. Oh, something just dripped, too. We got a drip. Yeah, but overthinking. I guess, I don't know, I have a tendency to just get caught up in my own thoughts often and just too wrapped up in that and unable to actually decide on something, which is obviously not good because you never get anything done. You never do anything.
Waving to some people who are in a band.
That's right.
Who are they?
That is a band called Witches. They're playing with us tonight.
When people ask you about your work, you say that you don't remember writing your songs. So I have to ask you, what parts of your work really stick in your head?
Songwriting is just sort of like an automatic process for me. Like I sit down and just play, and I don't think about it. It just happens, and eventually there's a song, and I'm like, oh, wow. So that's what sticks with me, I guess. I just really enjoy that process of sort of like zoning out for a minute, and then at the end of it, just having something cool. Yeah.
Before your third record, Attack on Memory, came out, Cloud Nothings were in a bad place. You guys, as your record label rep has been quoted saying, weren't making any money. You toured, but you didn't want to give up your day jobs. When a band goes through an extremely dark time like this, you come out and you're having relatively good times now. How did you get through those dark times?
You know, we just did it because it wasn't as dark as just being at home and like delivering pizza. You know, when you have the opportunity to leave and do that and like tour, even if nobody's at the shows or whatnot, like you still do it because it's more fun than just sitting around and doing nothing. So it was dark in some ways, but it was still like very exciting to be in the band at that point. Yeah.
There are a lot of band members that could be listening to this interview and thinking, you know what, I have a day job, I do my gigs at night, I don't have time for personal life, family, hobbies, all of the other stuff that I see all my friends doing. I don't feel I'm getting anywhere in my day job. I don't feel I'm getting anywhere with my music. How do I get through?
Jeez. I don't know if I'm qualified to really tell someone the answer to that. You just have to make sure you're happy. If you're not seeing enough of your family or friends or something, like that's obviously more important to you than just being in a band. You know, do that.
So at one point you were at that moment, so how did you balance it all?
I'm still at that moment. I don't see anybody really, except for I see my girlfriend every once in a while, my parents every once in a while, and that's just like feels normal to me now. You know, it's not like it's something that has never bothered me really. Yeah, I don't mind. I like traveling.
At this point in the interview, I wanted to play an older track. I'm going to give you a choice between Forget You All the Time or Hey Cool Kid. Which one should I play and why?
I guess play Forget You All the Time, because that one is probably my favorite from the first two records, and I think people will like it.
All right, we're going to listen to Forget You All the Time by a band called Cloud Nothings. Stay tuned, we'll be back.
I should have given it a sign.
interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard Forget You All the Time. That was a pick by Dylan from Cloud Nothings. I would love it now, Dylan, since we're here in this beautiful alley in Vancouver's downtown Lower East Side, I would love you to talk a little bit about this track.
Man, this song, I made this like 4 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. Part of a record that I don't really like anymore. And when I was making it, I didn't even know what I was doing. I guess it's the only old Cloud Nothing song I can listen to and be like, that one's okay. I don't like anything from the first 2 records anymore. I don't remember writing it or how it really came about, but it is a good song.
All right, Dylan, you've said that lyrics don't matter. Can you understand to other people why that is shocking and maybe a little bit scary?
Again, I always get quoted saying stuff weird because I just don't talk much. And it's not that lyrics don't matter. It's that I write them. Honestly, it's the complete opposite. It's that I think they're very important. And again, if I were like really extremely worried about them, I would never get anything done. Like I have to do it at the last minute because it's the only way I'll just do something and not worry about it. And also for me, it makes it the most honest, I guess. If I'm just writing down kind of what I think at that moment, it makes it the best it could be for lyrics.
Since we're talking about lyrics and you like to do things, get them done and put them away, where's one moment on the album lyrically you have been tempted to self-censor or rewrite lyrics?
Man, this one actually doesn't bother me. There's a lot of stuff on the record before this, Attack on Memory, that makes me feel weird singing.
Give me an example of something you feel weird singing.
I was gonna. There's a song called Fall In, where the first line, for some reason, is permission to behave. And that, I don't know why I said that. It's not something I would usually say. And singing that always makes me feel a little weird. Yeah. Yeah.
When we started this interview, you said that you were going to call your girlfriend. That was one of the things you had to do. And now I've talked to you for a little while now, and unless she's a very talkative gal, I am having a hard time imagining how long that call would take.
Yeah, I just realized she's actually asleep now anyway, because she's in France. Yeah, so I can't even call her. Thank God, apparently, because I'm a fucking bore. Jesus.
I'm not saying that, but to get to a kernel of something, you have to dig a little bit. So is she a patient lady?
She's a pretty patient lady. I'm a pretty patient fella. We get along. Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. That is great.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Yeah, overjoyed.
All right. You are now 4 records into your career. I would love you to talk about growing confidence and how it's affected Cloud Nothings.
Yeah, it's definitely become easier just to play on a stage and be in front of people and just sing. I thought singing was a really weird thing to do at the beginning of the band. Like I was embarrassed to even do that. So at first it was very weird. If you think I'm quiet now, damn, you should have met me like 5 years ago. But no.
Maybe I should return in 5 years and do another interview.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll be at least twice as talkative. Yeah.
Let's pencil that into our calendars. All right, I'm going to play another song now. I'm going to play No Future, No Past off your record Attack on Memory. How would you like to give the listeners a little tease, and then we're going to come back and maybe you can talk about it a little more.
All right. This song's dark, so if you're like in a good mood, don't check it out. Like, just turn it off for about 4 minutes, and then turn everything back on and check in again. Hey, this is Dylan from Cloud Nothings, and you're listening to The Interview Show with Scott Wood.
Come
Welcome back to the interview show. This is Scott Wood, your host. You just heard No Future, No Past off a record called Attack on Memory by a band called Cloud Nothings. I have Dylan from the band here with me. I'd love it if you could talk a bit about this track.
This one, it took a really long time to figure out how to make it work because it's essentially just like jamming almost around the central like bass part. The guitars are doing that, so it's a matter of just playing it well once, and yeah, it's just sort of a pretty solid representation of what I was thinking about when this record was written and came out, Attack on Memory, because I was sort of depressed, I guess, in a different way. And No Future, No Past is obviously a very, you can read it as dark, but actually it's maybe a little more positive than that. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to think about the song. Choose your own.
All right. Cloud Nothings. A lot of critics look at your music like a treasure map. They're always looking for some sort of statement that you make. When I read those reviews, I always smile, especially now that I've talked to you a little bit, because you're like, I write the song and then it's done. So how do you react when you meet those people who look into your music for so much?
I think it's really nice. It's nice that people care enough to do that. Yeah. Obviously the lyrics mean something to me. They're important. The music is something I like. But just the process of making something like that is what's important to me, and not so much the end result in the way that I would want to analyze it over and over and over and think that much about it. It's cool when people do that, because sometimes they say stuff that I never even thought about, and I can realize something about a song I didn't notice. Yeah.
What's one thing that has been said about a Cloud Nothings track that you've been like, oh, interesting?
Yeah. Let me think. Don't edit out the silence. Shit. I don't remember. People point out lyrics in Pattern Walks all the time, the long song on our newest record, and have a lot of the times when I talk to somebody about that song, they all have different lyrics and lines from it that they pick out and really like attach meaning to, like meaning about the whole record almost. So it's cool when they do that, because to me it's just a response to Wasted Days from the last record. Like, it really has nothing to do with what a lot of people say it does in my head. But when people have, thoughts about that, it's interesting. Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of the word interesting, you talk a lot in interviews about how on this record you wanted to make the songs themselves sound more interesting. So I'd love you to talk about making a Cloud Nothings track sound more interesting.
To me, a lot of the stuff we did before this record was very, just like the chords and stuff are just very like basic and easy almost. Kind of bum me out because like our drummer's very good at drums and like I can play guitar okay. So for this one I wanted to just sort of have more complex things happening musically, I guess. Yeah. This is a cool spot, man.
What is the best part so far of being in this lovely alleyway with me?
I liked when that thing fell and something dripped and we were getting scared a little. It's all good now, but that'll stick with me.
We are safe temporarily. All right, we're at the end of the show. So we're going to play out to Psychic Trauma off the record Here and Nowhere Else by Cloud Nothings. Dylan, thank you very much for taking some time out to be on my show and get harassed into answering questions by me. I would love you to talk a bit about this track before I play it.
Psychic Trauma is definitely about the overthinking kind of question we were talking about earlier, in that is the psychic trauma of the title. It's just kind of a song about how it's bad to get too caught up in stuff and never finish anything and never do anything. And I made a song about it, which is, good because I did something. About it. Yeah.
And here it is, Psychic Trauma from the record Here and Nowhere Else by Cloud Nothings. Dylan, thank you for being on my show.
Thanks for having me. Hey, this is Dylan from Cloud Nothings, and you're listening to The Interview Show with Scott Wood.
I'll never be here, it's hard to explain. Psychic trauma.